from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Colts. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw one interception in the last game.
But 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, coach. I thought the ratio was if you got it 3-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The Texans at 14-2 heading into this final week. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP too.
Third down gain of 3 yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now a give, right side. Colvin looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Now a handoff up the middle. Colvin, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They go play action here on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. On 2nd down now, Colvin. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Warren. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Warren. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now this offense is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They'll throw on first down with Graham. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Kwity Paye getting in there and burying him behind the line.
The captain obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On 1st and 10, it's Graham. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First carry for Najee Harris. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script.
And this is going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 14-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to find another down. 1st and goal, you throw the pick, not good at all.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
Now they've completed a couple on this drive, but they've killed on some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll run on 1st down. Colvin, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin, they stopped after 1 yard, taking it down to 14.
Well, still put this offense in a precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description. Is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Off play action. Warren. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Graham. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's only got the work beyond the first down marker to his receiver. But they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Graham here from the shotgun. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. That run successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin, they'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You ain't going back and tell your offensive Thank you.
On third down, Colvin. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On first down, Colvin, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Colvin. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the second quarter.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Texans have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And now a stoppage. It looks like we had a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Graham will throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him. And will bring him to the ground. The Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Returnable here from the 38. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
A nice little juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 56 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Justin Jefferson, 48 yards. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards to pick up there. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
They needed a play this year. He's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Colvin, and he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now Graham on first down. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First down, here's Graham. His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now Graham to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
On second down, Colvin. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Holding. Offense.
That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle.
Still second down.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake. Warren. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Gregory Rousseau with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Graham. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
That's exactly what they were aiming for defensively. A huge early play that cuts off any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff and even better execution.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 132 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Down to the 42, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Warren. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Graham going to set up to throw. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Graham to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
On the out route, he completes it to Hall. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the back. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
He was brought down by Foyesade Oluokun.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down now, Colvin. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. They'll run on 1st down. Colvin. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to... Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. They'll keep it on the ground. Colvin. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Now a handoff up the middle. Colvin.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take us inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
They get 14 on that. Good for a Houston first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give, right side. Colvin. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. Colvin. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Texans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Indy set to go on offense once more. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Derek Stingley picks it.
You start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year. I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And it's a good news, bad news proposition for them. Mostly good news, and that's that they've clinched a playoff spot. That's the important thing. Bad news, though, if they want to make a Super Bowl, for the moment at least, they'd have to do it out of the 6th seed.
And bottom line, everybody wants to play at home during the playoffs. We know that's a given. But nothing builds character for a ball club quite like winning on the road in the playoffs. especially when no one thinks you can do it. And if you win one and gain confidence, who knows? You might get on one of those magical runs.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. D'Angelo Malone. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. This offense on third down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now it's Graham. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Out of the shotgun, Graham. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
On second down, here's Graham. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. 3rd down from the gun, Graham. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. Just short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They are going on 4th down. Graham. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chris Godwin from 4 yards out. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They go play action here on 1st down. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. Off the play fake. Warren. And that That'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Warren. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this time.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
And based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I'll tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover.